Hello, YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Sunday morning. It is February the 8th, 2026, and it is currently 10:16 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I just got up. I've been up for a little minute. I've been awake for a minute. I was just laying in the bed. I haven't listened to anything on TV or YouTube. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I haven't listened to anything off of my playlist today on YouTube. However, my son had fell asleep with the TV on, so when I woke up, it was this guy on there, and he was watching either YouTube shorts, I believe, but it was a guy's TikToks that were playing. And it seemed like he was talking about everything I do on a day-to-day basis. It was a young black guy with dreads. And if you ask me, he's not that funny, but apparently he gets a lot of views. But it was seeming as if he was talking about everything that I do on a day-to-day basis. And this says he likes young girls. But, this says students, classmates, teachers. But, and this say flunky. That's funny too. But, this say ice cream truck. I ain't ready to start channeling, but anyway. I even got these kid number cards out, and that's just funny to me. Somebody is very childish and petty. But anyway, the little young boy or whatever, he seemed to be simulating everything I do or talk about on a day-to-day basis. And in one of the scenes, he was pretending to be a girl. And he was like, yeah, I ain't never had no daddy, and the reason I ain't never had no daddy is why I don't like men, or some weird ass shit like that. And that's what I be talking about. Sometimes people will be mad at you or whatever because they cannot be you. Like, you're a boy. If you're trying to be a comedian or anything like that, why aren't you trying to be a comedian as a boy? Why are you trying to imitate a woman? A lot of these men want to be women. Like, why are you pretending to be a woman who don't like men because she didn't have a daddy, instead of being a man and acting like a man who's there for a girl who didn't have a daddy, but making it funny, opposed to you pretending to be a girl because you really want to be a girl deep down inside. And that's what I be talking about. People will really be mad because they can't take on your personality, so they'll rather mock you or imitate you. Men and women. But I notice it a lot with men too. Like, a lot of men, they think they gotta be dressed up as a woman or put a wig on in order to be funny. That's not funny. That's gay. Now, at least when Tyler Perry do it, and I ain't making no excuses for him either, but at least he tried to give positive messages in his movies and everything by playing Medea, which he said is a role that he picked up from living around like his mom, grandma, and aunties and things like that. But at least in his movies, again, he tries to teach you a lesson in a positive way. But a lot of these guys who are like TikTok famous and Instagram famous for skits and things like that, but then they dress up like women, is because they're in the industry. And the industry promotes gay a lot. And people sell their souls, quote unquote. They sign contracts to pretend to be gay. Influence the masses that it's okay to be gay. And I'm not saying that it's not okay. But why such a big force on it? Why not such the same reaction for 2-parent households? Black ones at that. And no, not just because you want to be famous for being a 2-family household, but because you're genuinely a family. You're genuinely love each other. Record that. Make skits about that. And it's starting to come about because people are starting to see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, kids can't even watch cartoons without it being gay. Like I just said, my son was watching little shorts and skits on YouTube. Well, these are young adults. But like, even the cartoons and stuff, they be having two gay parents and stuff raising the kids in the cartoons. But rarely do they ever have black families that's a mother, father, married couples and things like that. No. Because that's not what they want to promote to the masses. And because I get on here talking like this, it's like, oh no, or looking like this per se. It's like, oh no, we can't have her. We got to keep her shadow banned. But under the same breath, copy everything I do. But want to put some gay ass shit on me. But that's the industry for you. And that's crazy. I ain't even in the industry, but I'm in the industry. Which brings me back to what I wanted to talk about. I woke up this morning and I was hearing Troy. See? Sweet Dream. Troy was my baby daddy's sister's oldest son. Not his blood sister, but sister through adoption and marriage. That was her oldest son. And Troy was killed. He was found. I don't know how the fuck he was found. But apparently somebody had shot him or whatever. He was supposed to be like, you know, he was a get money nigga, from my understanding. And he was shot and killed or whatever. And, you know, his mom had to go and identify him at the morgue. He died 2 weeks before my grandma. And Troy was in my dream today. And he was telling me, watch out. Because the same people who set me up are the same people who tried to set you up. And I'm hearing Dolph, same bitch that said she love you, she'll set you up. See, he's telling me don't be scared. He's saying the same people that set me up are the same people that are trying to set you up. He's like, Isleah, you might think you ain't into street shit, but you into street shit more than you know, because people have from the streets have put your name into the streets. Like people had, this says protected by angels and hellraisers. But I'm seeing like biker clubs. You know how a lot of biker clubs, they go by stuff like Hell's Angels or, you know, things like that. You know, wicked disciples and shit like that. Little names that don't sound so godly per se. But this says protected by angels and hellraisers. I'm hearing like people kept my name in the streets between like motorcycle clubs, secret societies, gangs, the cartel and everything. Which is why I keep saying this, manifest that shit and plant a seed. Which is why I had so many people coming after me, so many different groups and things like that. And including these fake ass tarot readers. And I had made a video the other day. See, this says mirror, mirror on the wall. He was telling me that somebody tried to destiny swap with me, which I figured that by now. But he was telling me like I don't understand how deep it is. I was saying the other day, like I had to go into isolation to figure out like why were people trading on me, why was my family and friends crossing me out and things like that. And then I had heard a message and somebody was like, no, people really cross you out because you don't know how much money this and this, that and the other. But no, we've been established the fact that my family stole a shitload of money or tried to steal a shitload of money, steal everything from me. It's deeper than just, like I said, insurance policies and everything. The shit is deeper than that. I'm not confused about that. But why would it take, this says students, classmates, and teachers. Why would it take such big groups and organizations? It's because I'm very strong, very powerful, worth a lot. Dead or alive, actually. But this says protected by angels and hellraisers. I was hearing like groups, the biker clubs, the cartel, and all those type of people, they was after you because people, groups of people kept your name in the streets. Even though I don't rip and run the streets, I don't be in the streets, people that I knew, students, classmates, teachers, groups, organizations, people from the family, kept my name into groups and was talking about me so bad that the streets were coming after me. I just seen HIV and honey. See, groups like honeybees, groups and groups of people working together. If you know honeybees, they work in bumblebees, they work in groups to build hives, to collect nectar and honey and things like that. They work together. These were beehives, storms of people coming towards me. somebody probably spreaded a rumor saying that I had HIV or something, or gave them HIV because this card is coming out. But we've been said that too. If you watch my videos and I talk about my experiences of going to the free clinic, going to the urgent care, and going to my doctor and everything like that, testing negative for HIV and all STDs actually, but people trying to pin a disease on my name that I do not have. Trying to steal my business, take out PPP loans and stuff in my name. This says married. Put me in false marriages. This say don't stay too long. Steal my houses, causing me to move from place to place to place to place to place. Stealing my money so that I can't afford to live and pay bills. Fucking with my car so I can't make my own money. Fucking with my kids at school. Again, students, classmates, teacher. A whole setup like a beehive of worker bees. A whole setup, organization. So I'm not confused on why people don't like me. They don't like me because they don't want their secrets to be exposed. And that's just the honest to God truth. They don't like me because I'm not like them. They don't like me because they was lying in court, trying to steal from me. That's the truth. And I'm not confused about that. But Troy was telling me, Isleah, be careful, because the same people that killed me are the same people that's trying to set you up. And he said, you right. They don't want their secrets to be exposed. But you about to have an overcome and a breakthrough. And it was, again, Troy was Wendy's son. And Wendy reminds me of my friend Black, as if they could be like my old friend Black, as if they could be like brothers and sisters or first cousins or, you know, something of that nature. This says doctor. I seen medical history too. So it's something about going to court, lying about medical history, probably some type of uncurable disease or something like that, which is also a HIPAA violation, which also included a doctor forging and falsifying medical records. So that was coming up as well. But anyway, he was saying that those same people are the same people that is targeting me. Somebody live off of Joy Road. Something happened off of Joy Road too. But yeah, he said these are the same people. He said, yes, it is stolen property. Yes, it is stolen money. Yes, it is a false marriage. Yes, it is false test records and DNA, even when it comes to the baby. Yes, I'm not confused about none of that. Yes, it is people playing in magic, lying to the courts. But that's what he was telling me. It's like it's the same people. But anyway, Troy is Wendy's son. And Wendy, when I met my friend Black, he reminds me of her. Like, again, as if they could be brothers or sisters or, you know, first cousins or something of that nature. And there's something going on in Alabama. Because somebody is being caught up in the court system for something that they did regarding all of this. The stolen money, these PPP loans, these false text records, and somebody working in the medical field. They're about to get exposed, probably like at the front desk, like in administration or something like that. Or they work with the insurance, like collecting the insurance, like registrar if you go to the hospital or something of that nature. Somebody works in the medical field and they are able to get into like my charts and systems like that. And somebody is getting caught for that. Being in people's chart that they had no business. This says dodge the bullet. Hold on, let me see if my granddog trying to come in. Dang. Look. Where's Lavin and Fifi? Go sit down. My bad. But yeah, it's something about that. But he wanted me to know that. And I don't never dream about him. I did one other video where I channeled his energy as well. And we was talking about the same thing. That's what we was talking about. For real though. We was talking about the same thing. But yes, him saying like you don't even know. This says don't piss me off. New me, new house, new car, everything. This say big unk. This is somebody uncle. Somebody uncle is like a drug lord or something like that. See, big unk is written in purple. As well as don't be scared. Like somebody is like a loan shark or drug lord or head of a cartel or gang or something, and they have a lot of people that's under them and stuff like that, and maybe they like the head honcho. They call a lot of shots, they get people knocked off and shit like that. A lot of people are scared of this person, and this person has come into my life and I'm not scared of them. And one reason I'm not scared of them is because, bitch, I don't owe you shit. If anything, you owe me for putting your hands in the motherfucking honey pot. And that's what somebody don't want me to know. And maybe this uncle got HIV and shit. He's deep into the occult as well. He know about blood rituals and all that type of shit, which is making me think of the BioLife commercial that keeps popping up on my YouTube, like for ads and things like that. Talk about donate plasma. It's within you. The power within you. Use the power within you to save lives. Somebody needs, like, again, a blood transfusion or something. I channeled this the other day because they know about healing blood. This says false test records and DNA. Like I said, somebody is going, this is written in purple too, along with the doctor. Somebody is going to jail for falsifying test records. They had no business in somebody's charts. Putting down that they had HIV and shit, and that's not true. Somebody is getting arrested for that. But this this leader of this occult, this biker club or whatever, he probably do got it. And need blood or need something. They know about saving people. There's something going to come out about saving people from HIV with the use of other people's blood. Like, people have healing blood, like I've been saying. You see, this says niggas is jealous. People will be jealous of your blood type, your bloodline. Somebody comes from an ancient Egypt bloodline. They have healing blood. They come from a long line of shamans and herbalists and holistic healers and stuff like that. Reiki healers. Somebody's blood can heal somebody from this without any form of medication. And somebody knows that. Scientists, occults, and higher ups, elites, and the people who eat fucking mermaids and shit. See this motherfucking whale? The elites, the numero ones, those 1%. They know this. This says I win. Somebody has been a case study for a long time, but it's because their name was put into the streets amongst, again, these higher ups, these secret societies and organizations and doctors and scientists and conspiracy theorists and experimentalists and shit like that. The military and shit. See, I just said the medical history card is going to come out. They've been studying somebody's blood type, somebody's DNA buildup. See, test records, DNA, false test records, DNA. They've been studying somebody's DNA makeup, blood makeup, build, and everything like that. Don't know if this person an alien. They never seen no blood type like this. And it's reminding me of the plasma center. Speaking of me just saying the BioLife commercial keeps coming up. the CSL plasma. Like some people, they were studying plasma, studying blood and DNA. This is how a lot of people get put into these programs where they watch you and surveillance you, because when you go to the doctor, your blood is tested and they know who you are. See, I ain't never scared. Have no fear. Be brave. Chances make champions. I'm hearing they studying who is coming from like the giant bloodlines and alien bloodlines, ancient Egyptian bloodlines, indigenous Americans. They're studying this unbeknownst to us. This says new me, new house, new car, new money, new attitude. Yeah, because after this study is complete, they have to compensate people, especially for studying them without their permission, and as well as giving them what is owed to them. And before they give this stuff to you, they'll rather kill you off first, which is what Troy was telling me. Dolph be telling me. These are people who I call my ancestors. Mo 3, a lot of celebrities, Michael Jackson, Isleah, Dr. Sebi, Nipsey Hussle. These are people that I wrote on my ancestor card, because these are people who come to me in my dreams. I just seen I Miss You, which is by Isleah as well. I just seen Nurse as well. See, there's a nurse, people in the medical field, people who take your blood and stuff, running tests on you. This is how the government gets so involved in your business. This says milk and honey, jackpot, abundance, and lottery. Somebody probably needs to play the lottery, but this is going right up under the courthouse. The court owes somebody a lot of money. The military owes somebody a lot of money. The United States of a fucking America owes somebody a lot of money. That somebody is me. This say chapter 13 bankruptcy. This is what I'm saying. A bank is going bankrupt. This is how much money is owed. It's making me think of unclaimed property. Unclaimed property. Where you got to write the treasury and shit like that. I have unclaimed property. Property held up in probate court and shit like that. Somebody's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I am a Cancer. This is probably happening to another Cancer. Somebody involved, a crooked ass judge, lawyer, or somebody like that is probably a Cancer. And speaking of, this says I don't back down, poker face, challenge, chess, or checkers. And this says signed, sealed, delivered. But speaking of, when my daughter was over here yesterday, she was having me sew some hair in for her, which I do not do hair. So that was really like kind of my first time for real trying to sew in some hair track by track, and baby, it took me forever. And she doesn't need that. She needs something like braids because her scalp is so sensitive. Like she said, she washed her hair. First of all, it looked like her hair got washed with harsh water because her hair was very brittle. And what she needed was it to be braided down, parted up so her scalp can breathe. And then she needed to oil it. I put some of the oil that I made into her hair, as well as like some petroleum jelly to try to heal her scalp up some. But I went ahead and sewed the hair in for her. She like, it's poofy, but she has big hair, and I still need to go through and flat iron it. And she had like yucky hair, so she kind of need to take a shower, let it get wet with the shower water, then hit it with the blow dryer so it can become more like her natural hair texture. And then I need to go through and press the leave out and flat iron it out and stuff, and it will look really nice because she has long thick hair anyway. And I told them to pick me up so I can go to the beauty supply store with her. I would have helped her pick the right color hair and made sure that they gave her the right length. But for some reason, her daddy didn't want to pick me up first. So her hair didn't come out exactly how she wanted it, but it's actually still cute to me. It looks like a nice brown blonde ombre. And I just need to flat iron it out and trim it up a little bit and, you know, make it cute. But whatever, she had ended up going to her friend's house. Anyway, that's a side note. I'm going to get back to that. Damn. Signed, sealed, delivered. Oh, while I was doing her hair yesterday, she was watching some stuff on YouTube. and or TikTok or whatever it is. So she was watching a show, and it was like somebody's ex said that they was stalking them and got a detective, and it was just reminding me of when I said my baby daddy's wife. I had heard that him and his wife was under investigation for tax evasion from a detective. Well, I didn't pay a detective, of course, because when I tried to contact a detective when I needed help about all of this that I'm talking about, the detective told me the prices, and I could not afford that. So if I can't get a detective to investigate on what I need to be investigated, the police wouldn't do their job. Those detectives wouldn't do their job. I couldn't pay a detective out of pocket, which is why I act like a detective myself. Because sometimes if you want shit done right, you got to do it your fucking self. And if you can't afford to pay somebody else to do it, you better do it your fucking self. So, hence, I said a detective told me that. Well, a detective did tell me that. The detective from the child support agency. Because I called child support to figure out what was going on and why was I having an issue. They transferred me to somebody else, and that person transferred me to a detective. And the detective is the one who told me that they were investigating my baby daddy and his wife for tax evasion. That's why I haven't been getting any child support payments or any help like that. I don't know if that was true or not. But if it wasn't true, do you see the type of bullshit that I go through? And if it is true, then it's fucking true. But I ain't paying no detective to go stalk them dumb motherfuckers. I got bigger fish to fucking fry than to be worried about my baby daddy and his wife. I don't give a fuck about them. And I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way, but why would I give a fuck about what him and his wife doing? Unless they was stealing from me. Like, people got to make shit make sense. Why would I get a detective to watch them if they ain't stealing from me? I damn sure don't give a fuck about their relationship. He don't even give a fuck about their relationship. She probably don't. The fuck would I? Enough to pay some money? Bitch, please. Girl, you better stay woke, dummy. But it's just crazy. The plan is going wrong. Somebody is going down for stolen identity. This says BBL gone wrong, but you know with BBLs, you're altering your look. Somebody tried to destiny swap, like I said, as well as steal somebody else's identity and walk in their shoes so that they can receive their gifts, their inheritance, their property. Somebody was being a clone, a doppelganger, trying to replace somebody else in the courthouse using someone else's identity. And they had help from the inside. It was definitely an inside job. This says geek and lazy. I'm here, Isleah. You like a lazy geek. You've been in the house so long, but you smart as fuck. Sitting around in the house like a couch potato, learning everything. And it's written in brown. Y'all know I love me some brown. I'm also hearing it's about to be time for you to be able to get out. Get you a car and leave. I'm hearing I'm geeked up. That's funny. Somebody's a makeup artist. Going back into trying to look like someone else. BBLs, wigs, makeup, everything. So that they can go into the courthouse and sign these papers. They were paying off the kids. That's why the card came out. Students, classmates, teachers. They were paying off the kids. Groups of kids. Out the family. My kids. Kids that I don't even fucking know to go in the courthouse lying on me and shit like that. But this is not new to me. I've been saying it. I've been noticing it when my kids was going to school. All type of fuckery was going on. But this still says I win. Because this plan is just not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm seeing actors. Again, it can even go so deep as to men trying to dress up like a woman, which is probably why I started this video off talking about that, and talking about like Tyler Perry and a lot of guys that come across TikTok and YouTube and things like that. Because it goes as deep as a man even dressing up as a woman to try to steal something out of the courthouse. I'm hearing like RuPaul. What are they called? Drag queens. Somebody was even like a drag queen. Stealing. Forging signatures. Somebody is also getting a surgery to like, there's a woman out here that's taking hormones to become a man. Like hormones to grow chin hairs and shit like that. That's crazy because I be trying to pluck mine every chance that I get. But there's a woman out here that's actually taking hormones to grow a beard. There's something that has to do with cross-dressing and men dressing like women and women dressing like men. That's a part of this organization and shit like this secret society. They cross-dress. Another way to consume somebody else's energy and identity. I'm also seeing like white robes, like the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. Somebody, it's like masquerade ball. Somebody throws parties and men dress up like women and women can dress up like men and shit like that. It's something like that this secret society does. And I'm hearing kids are involved again, students, classmates, teachers. They teach this shit to the young kids and shit. I'm hearing Masonic. This is probably some Freemasonry ass shit. I'm hearing like skulls and bones. This is what the fuck they be doing. And I'm hearing it starts young. It starts young. See, this says tranny, Glorilla or Gorillazo. And I was just joking when I wrote this card, but no, somebody's a tranny, a cross-dresser. They taking pills and shit like I just said. It's crazy that the card is coming out for the confirmation. It's this organization though, this secret society. And they live rich lifestyle. See, pocket watching. But the whole time they kill people. They set people up for life insurances and things like that. They sacrifice people. They sacrifice people. But it's organized crime. Like they sit around and have round table meetings and shit about this. Like who they gonna sacrifice out the family and how much it'll be worth and who will take care of the kids and what benefits you'll be able to get and all types of shit like that. Like it's a family business. I'm hearing a family reunion. But it's a family business. It's a part of this secret society. They target the chosen ones of the family. The chosen kids, the gifted ones, the talented ones, and then they consume and hijack their identity. Says lawyer. See, this lawyer in the courthouse is finding out this shit. Somebody has been awakened to spirituality. Get out of here. They got this case. They picked up this case and done started researching shit like Freemasons and Illuminati and black magic and witchcraft and skulls and bones and secret societies and necromancy and graveyard dirt and all types of shit, because that is what is taking place in this man's case. He's shocked. He can't fucking believe this shit. He can't believe this shit. But yes, it's true. Yes, it is true. Like this man, he damn near need a vacation from this shit. He can't believe it. But it's facts. It's true. People really do this shit. He finding out about celebrities, rituals, all types of shit. He's shocked. He can't believe his fucking head is spinning. His head is spinning. He don't know what to do. See, organ harvesting. He finding out about a whole lot of shit. He's stuck. But it's plenty of cases like this. Kanika Jenkins. Like I said, Michael Jackson's. A lot of celebrities. I'm hearing Sandra Bland. All them, these is my fucking ancestors. And no, I never met them in real life, but I met them in the spiritual realm. And this is the same way these people tried to kill me. This is why these people who have already crossed over are now my ancestors, because they warned me about this shit. And if you was watching this video from the beginning, then you will hear when I said that my baby daddy's sister's son was killed. I didn't know him like that, but he was talking to me in my dream last night, telling me that the same people who targeted him is the same people who tried to target me, and to be careful. See, God is going to always be in the building, the Most High. They telling me I am protected, but to stay aware. Because to be aware is to be alive. Somebody says that. To be aware is to be alive. Like you got to stay on your P's and Q's. Hold on, let me see if this dog at the door. That's the dog from down the street, the black dog. I thought that was probably Fifi. But yeah, it's a lawyer finding out about all of this shit. He don't know what to do. See? Organ swap. What they say? Illegal surgery, organ swaps, and BBLs. He finding out about all of this shit. People sacrificing people to steal their organs. But big money was on the flow. Organ swap. Didn't organ harvesting come out too? Yes. Double confirmation. This lawyer is finding out about this shit. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to get distracted. Hello, everybody, but I don't really want to read comments right now. It says, champ, I'm impressed, undefeated. These are my ancestors, though, telling me, like, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. You're setting us free by telling your story, because your story is our story. Like, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for telling our story. I'm also hearing, like, Hutch. These are people from my city as well. Isleah, they target us. They target people like us. The chosen ones. The star seeds. See? The self-made millionaires. Self-taught bosses. You become a target. This says Miss Smiley on the back. Shit, I don't know if she a person who plots or a person who might need to be watching, because she might be a target too. You never fucking know. Somebody's name is Miss Smiley. I don't know. That was supposed to be my caseworker supervisor. Something about that is coming out. The same people that targeted certain individuals are the same people in this society that targeted me. It's going to be revealed. Down to the point of them paying the children, the students, the classmates, the teachers, organized crime. To the point that they have weekly meetings, sometimes twice a week. But they never experienced a backfire like this. See, they usually playing checkers. They finally start playing chess with somebody. And then that card come out, undefeated champ. Yes. They started playing with a real goddess. And they know what the fuck they got themselves into. They say, I don't back down, poker face, challenge, chess or checkers. Champ, I am impressed, undefeated. Queen, king, prince, god, princess, chess, not checkers, goddess, royalty, empire. They started fucking with a bloodline that they didn't know shit about. It started a war. They wanted a war in the spiritual realm, and it started Armageddon. An insurance agent. Didn't I say this was behind insurance money? Wills. property, probate, unclaimed property, bloodlines, heirs, princesses, firstborns, chosen ones, star seeds. It's deeper than rap. I'm not confused. This says airplane, jet, and helicopter. But I said the military involved, the CIA, the SWAT, the FBI, is real life. See? This says tug of war. I just said they started a war in the spiritual realm, and it is manifested on the physical. And the Most High is always going to win. That's why he's called the Most High, the most high-ranking angel. And in order to be the most high-ranking angel, you had to beat the most high-ranking demon. God says, I approve this message. I told y'all I'm a demon slayer too. One of God's favorites. This says autumn and fall, but I'm hearing the fallen angels. I had to defeat them. This shit is deeper than rap. It's deeper than insurance money. It's the air. Like Scar versus his nephew, Simba. This says travel. Keep them squares up out your circle. Here again, them Freemasons. But this says 144,000. We're a family. Like I said, very much so chosen. So it's deeper than, oh, people just don't like you. It must be you. No. It's about people wanting to steal what belongs to you. And to hold you back so that you can never step into your throne. As the queen that you really are. The goddess. It's deeper. Again, like Scar, Mufasa, and Simba. Scar was willing to do anything to take out his brother and his nephew so that he can steal what was left to them. An inheritance. The kingdom. Power. The keys. The keys to the streets. The keys to the kingdom. The keys of knowledge. It says stop. Full-blown eggs hit the floor. And it ain't gonna work, stupid. See, didn't I say that they was trying to put AIDS and HIV on somebody's name by messing with their medical history? It ain't gonna work. It can't work when you have healing blood. So they rather steal your organs. This shit deep, like I said. BBL gone wrong. It ain't gonna work, stupid. This all written in blue. BBL gone wrong. Illegal surgery, organ swapping. It ain't gonna work, stupid. It's all written in blue. Full-blown AIDS too. Somebody thought that. Somebody played deep into magic. They thought that they could steal somebody's blood and organs and shit so that they could cure their HIV and AIDS and get a heart transplant and all types of shit. This person is deep into fuckery. And I keep hearing necromancy. They fuck with the dead. As far as waking up spirits. Bothering them. You never bother the spirits. You let the spirits come to you. This person is just an idiot. And instead of working with the person who could have helped them, they tried to work against them. But this is the chosen one. This is still currently what's in the energy. Because people don't want to stop. They don't want to face reality. They don't want the humiliation, but they was out here starting all type of humiliation rituals. It's backfiring. And this person cannot take it. So they're willing to do anything. I'm here, I'll try everything. And I won't give up. Like they're going to die trying to hide their secrets. They're going to die trying to hide their secrets. See, this nurse, it says the feds are in the building and the phones are tapped on this nurse who is very intelligent. She knows a lot about the human anatomy, the human body, and things like that. The feds are watching this nurse because she's been out here doing some wicked ass shit, like the type of shit you see on Lifetime Movie Network and the world's most dumbest criminal. See, police cop, she is under all type of investigation. Police cop just came out, the feds just came out. She's going down for being crazy, but she can't go into court and try to get off by saying she's crazy. See, the Most High out here again. Because God has been watching this hoe. And so has the federal agents. But she can't go and say that she's crazy and get off for a mental disease or nothing like that. Because somebody's name is Jasmine. It's my third time seeing it. She can't get off like that because all this shit is premeditated. She's a habitual serial killer. She works with occults. I just said somebody got the keys. It says you got the keys. I got the whole world in my hands. Yeah, because you're cracking all the codes, setting the bloodline free. This girl is going down. Stolen. Money. This is written in blue too. Along with the organs. She is crazy as fuck. See, Book of Secrets, opened a can of worms, Pandora's box, coming out the closet. Everything that this group has paid this woman to do, she about to go down for it. In the form of death or in the form of a sentence that's going to kill her anyway. I'm here, she already got hit with this sentence. The medicine ain't working. But that's because it's in her brain. There's a parasite in this person's brain, is what I'm hearing. That's eating her alive. And once she's gone, this whole group of people that work together to do this to multiple people, target the chosen ones, this whole group is going down. We'll hit the floor. See, they thought it was a game. You thought it was a game. If you be good to me, I'll be good to you. This could have ended so different. Crystal healing. Instead of trying to kill somebody and organ swap and do all this type of shit and cure this, you could have came and got help. You could have remained a beautiful soul. But instead you wanted to have a fall from grace. It says Ike and Tina and domestic violence. See, instead of talking and working things out, this person rather had to did all this shit behind the scenes. As above, so below. It says, it's a vibe. Can we talk for a minute? referencing turtle tank rank. They worship Satan. The army, the navy, somebody's cousins. Stay woke, niggas creeping, bitches sneaking, hoes is lying. Local news station, birthday, surprise, and Harriet Tubman. When I move, you move. Just like that. All of my ancestors. I'm not. Hold on. The guy next door said, do you have any jumper papers? He said, yeah, give him 1 second. So, yeah. Somebody, the team that's on this case, they can't believe it. They can't believe what they finding out. I'm hearing this going all the way into the Epstein files and everything. Or however you say that shit. I don't even watch it. I don't even know what's going on with that. Go sit down. Hush. I don't even know what's going on with that, but it does keep popping up on my timeline, so maybe I'll watch it. I was seeing something about Jay-Z going down like Diddy or something and on the run and all this type of shit with Trump and everything. It was popping up on my YouTube timeline, but I haven't taken the time to watch it. And I didn't watch YouTube at all for real yesterday because I was doing my daughter's hair. They got here. I was talking to them for a minute. I had cooked some food. Then I started doing her hair, and it took a minute, and, you know. It was cold as fucking here yesterday. It's a little bit warmer today. So I was freezing. I was really moving slow. I wasn't trying to listen to nothing. I was over, you know, I was able to hear what she was watching on her phone. But yeah. I'm hearing so much stuff is coming to the light. The biggest case known to history. And you right front, stage, and center. In the middle. The main character, the key witness that's never stepped foot in the courtroom. I'm here, your presence is bigger than you know. I'm here going viral for the family, going viral for the family. Feds did a sweep. I'm here, one hell of a rookie. Alright, that's the message. I keep seeing this card, PIN number. Somebody's about to get a PIN number. They're about to get a new bank account and everything. I'm hearing like one of the bank accounts where you got to use your fingerprint to withdraw. Like that type of bank account. I see surprise, celebration, and congrats. Be glad that you're unique, different, exotic, chosen. It's about to make you very much so rich and famous. Multifaceted. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I just wanted to jot that down in my digital diary because that's what I was dreaming about, that's what I was hearing, and that's what my ancestors, spirit guides wanted me to channel for myself. See? I know what I know, and that's just all I know. Oh, the Ace of Swords, truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. It's facts. They said end it there. So I'm out, guys. I wish you nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. The doors of the church are open. Court is now in session, or is it adjourned? You never know. The beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. However, it all goes back to numero one. Like Future said. In Chosen, we wrapping this shit up. Justice is being served. So the doors of the church are open and court is adjourned.